Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxchair, as the one and only Bridgeman. Evening, Bridge.
Big good evening to you, Oxchair. Can I say a big good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world? Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, Bridge, we've been offline for about 23 years. And not a bad day for the Rangers, eh?
Oh, it's been unbelievable, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. You know, there's supposed to be massive long interviews on the radio for the chief executive of the SPFL, and apparently never answered, never came out and said when it was asked the proper question, it's moved round about it like a car going round a roundabout, just incredible stuff, stuff.
It was a car crash, mate. The interview was a car crash.
Absolutely. And by the way, I'm really surprised because they're supposed to have really good, shall we say, assistance and from a PR perspective, but they don't. Going by us Rangers fans anyway, I don't think they're doing themselves any favours. But I'm happy.
Who cares?
You can keep going.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, the story broke last night about they can dress things up all they want, but it looks as if, and when you hear this, Bridge, teams needed money. We'd just been promoted, and they needed money because they only got 3 Old Firm games because the way it worked out the league. Now, how can you base your economics on that when the league's got a split? The fixtures are going to have to be random. Either that, or they're saying they're organising them for one club.
But the thing is, it was one home game against, possibly for those two clubs. It was one home game against Rangers, was it? They'd missed out on.
It was one home game against the Old Firm that came up. So they had 3 games instead of potentially 4. So they were saying that economically they deserve money. And every team's meant to be equal in the league. Either that, if that's the case, or they need so much money as us, we want a bigger share in the pie. We want more voting rights, and the rest of them can go and do a running.
Exactly my point. I love it. I love what you're saying. These are the words that should be said, and we are far more important in every way, in all probability, particularly finance. But they're saying, we've got £300,000 between two clubs.
A team never took £300,000 and gave these two teams, and they still had games to play against each other.
It's just unbelievable.
Oh, what a can of worms! What a can of worms that could open, mate. Is that financial doping when you're playing
you better
games?
believe it. You better believe it. They've allowed the company to continue trading by not charging them the £300,000 or whatever it was.
I think
giving them cash.
They would get the £300,000, but if the rules say you don't get it at the end of May, and it's like we've got the snow. It is the club's money, and they eventually get the money. I can understand how the clubs would go and ask for it, particularly in these circumstances. But in a normal circumstances, to use that as an argument in 2016-17 season about the Old Firm games, I mean, it just shows you they don't even hide that it's the Blue Pound.
Oh, it's shocking. That really is. You're right, 100%. And I don't know very many Rangers fans would even dream about disagreeing with you. The whole thing is just in your face, shocking. And I don't know how, but I'm praying, really and truly praying. It's no often I pray, to be honest, but I'm praying the Rangers have definitely got the goods and they bring this whole lot down, because that whole lot just stinks. As I said, they must have had, 6 or 7 statements since Rangers asked for an emergency meeting. What's the matter with them? Don't they know? They've had all sorts of meetings, they've had interviews, statements out the door. They're not supposed to be doing anything like that. All they need to do is say, yes, there's 3 clubs put in basically what they're allowed to do. 3 clubs apply for an emergency meeting, and they've got to give it. So there's no problem. Just give it. The meeting's going to happen. No, they've started I don't even know what they call that now.
The strange thing is, one of the strange things about that interview, and I want to move on because we've really talked to death, but I just want to come back. One of the strange things was when he went off air, one of the broadcasters, who's no friend of ours, said that he'd been contacted by 2 chief executives who said, no, somebody's lying, who said that they had contacted Doncaster at the day of the vote to tell them that the bullying was happening. And he said he had no knowledge of anybody in Scottish football ever accusing anybody of bullying either. He's lying, or the journalists are lying. If the journalist source are correct, they're lying. Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
Unbelievable, mate.
That's huge. He's come out today apparently, and he said that today. That
said it live and mate.
Yeah.
In his knowledge, there's no nobody's went to anybody with anything about bullying or harassment. After he was finished, the journalist, who will remain nameless, no friend of ours, but has been in the last 2 weeks, said that while that guy was on air, had been contacted with 2 CEOs of clubs who told him they'd contacted Doncaster on the Friday of the vote to tell them they were being bullied. So so either the journalist's lying, his source is lying, or Doncaster's lying. All come out the wash. But as I always say, Bridge, follow the money.
Follow the money, pal. Follow the money. You've been saying that for a long time.
Yes. And I see in the Telegraph today there was a story about the other follow the money story. Just watch that. Another one of them get caught out with a connection to a certain club who's been done in the 70s, mate. It was unbelievable. I couldn't read this. Who
was that?
No, I'm not even going
to No names. Okay.
I wouldn't give him credence, mate, but just another, let's just say, an undesirable person who I like for, disgusting, mate. Anyway, great news. We've got the shop back, the revenue stream of the shop's coming our way. We've got a new kit deal. It looks as if it's going to be Castore. That's a strong rumour. We're just waiting for the club to confirm, which is the Liverpool company that Andy Murray uses their kit. Their stuff's quality, but it ain't cheap. So we'll wait and see what the deal is in that. The great news is, Bridge, obviously they announced a new retail partner, which means Sports Direct. That looks as if that they've shook hands and we've parted ways. I don't think we'll get a comment on it because my understanding is there's an NDA.
Right.
So you just move on. We just move on.
Well, I'll tell you what, there'll be a 3 cheers, huge 3 cheers when that man and his whole business goes away. I said to you 3 years ago, the best thing Rangers could do is if they could legally just shut that shop down, give them a shop somewhere off site, right off site out the way, down the banks of the Clyde or something like that, and an old dock lad, get him a rent it, get him it. I wouldn't want that mob. I didn't like him. I never did like him, but there you go. By the way, I have to say, I'll bite my tongue there because I did fancy it. It was the same. I think you and I spoke about it. So the same colours and everything kind of fitted in, and it's high visibility in the streets, in the high streets. But my God, were we? Oh, dear, it's been torture.
There was a lot of positives. It could have been, as you say, the red, white, and blue colours, the nationwide distribution. Obviously, he sells his stuff at a reasonable price, but it just never worked out for day one. Anyway, I got this on this day, Bridge, exactly 100 years ago. William Walton did round in Europe, and that led to Bill Struth moving up from trainer to manager. So the guy that sent me that, I said, was he there on the day? He said yes, but Bridgeman gave me a lift over.
Very good, pal.
So it's a big day in our history, the 2nd of May, with that happening. Obviously, arguably our greatest ever manager became manager after that event. And also on this day in 1987, Graham Souness won his first league title as manager. 1999, Dick Advocaat won the first league, his first league title as manager on the way to the treble. We won 3-0 at Parkhead in that. So a special day for us, the 2nd of May. We also had some one crap result when we lost to Kilmarnock Ibrox in 1998. I'll never forget that game, but that's another story. We'll part that one. So, great day for the club. So far, so good. Just every time this pantomime just keeps giving, and mate, I just don't know. I think maybe now, I think some people's Scottish football might be waking up and starting to smell the coffee, Bridge.
Well, I think we must say this, if it all goes through nicely, as you said, there's been an NDA, so it's done. It's a done deal to all intents and purposes. So the Rangers fans should be really, really over the moon about it. But I think there are going to be an awful lot of them, like myself and Tenterhooks, just to see, make sure it's absolutely true. Bring the new strip out, bring in the new a new contract for ourselves with the new distributors, and let's go on with our life. Let's go on with our life and bring some money into Rangers from an external source and do it right.
Yeah, well, it'll be a revenue stream we've not had for a long time, mate. So, in real terms, so it could be a great avenue for us. Anyway, all this news started last night about 10:10, and just kept running. So, if people want to join us, what's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online when you brought into the call with Old School Blue and Fox is wearing a Maxwell hairstyle at the moment, mate. That was Fox's words when I was speaking to him earlier today. No mind, mate. That's what he's based his new hairdo on, mate.
Maxwell, come on. Foxy, tell me you didn't do that.
Fox's words, no mind, mate. Anyway, we've been joined by Port Bear, and I think Fox has joined us, so he might have a few words to say. Evening, Port Bear.
How we doing, boys? Bridgeman, Ox here. Fox, hope you're all well.
Yes, mate, yes.
Aye, interesting day, mate. Obviously, I've been at work, but I've been listening to the show attentively as continue to chuckle away at the clown show across the road. I think it's the half-wit still looking for the full-wit over there. But it's been funny, Ox. And then it was a great news today regarding our own club. I've seen James Bygrove and Ross Wilson having a great interview earlier on, talking about the future of the club, in terms of, how we get money into the club and all the, the build on the strips, sponsorship deals, everything your club needs to survive, mate. And we've been starved for that under Mike Ashley for the last, was it 7 years he's been linked to our club, if I'm right. I think he's been with our club for 7 years and he's been strangling the life out. Is it longer than that, mate? But you understand what I'm saying? He's choked the life out of our club for long enough, mate. Strips to Rangers are massive. That whole revenue for Rangers fans is huge because we always buy big, don't we? So we've not had the full capacity of all that money for all these numbers of years.
Speak for yourself, me and Bridge are a medium. You might be a large.
I think I might be extra large too, mate.
Well, we and Bridge might be a large medium then.
I'll need to get North Face to make mine, I think.
Aye, it was good news. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I knew the Castor stuff when Andy Murray, I remember reading about it, but I never thought in a million years it'd be connected with our club. But listen, it looks as if quality merchandise, and I don't think it's going to be cheap, but I think there's a lot to be said for quality, mate, particularly for kids who've got to keep wearing it, and it gets washed and washed and washed.
That's what counts, really. It's got to be quality because, we just don't buy crap, do we?
We don't want tat, didn't you? You don't want tat.
No, we don't. In all accounts, I've done a wee bit of research into Castor. This is their first, if it's true, this is the first big leap into football and strips. We're going to be their first wee dip in the water for the football. So, I think when you go with Adidas and Nike and all these big, they take a massive big chunk of, what you sell your strips for. I think Rangers are in a stronger position to deal with these guys and get a fair chunk back, because we're obviously like
and sometimes if you do go with Adidas and Nike, you get what's popular and you get a sort of a copy of the strip for that year. And if you're with Adidas and Chelsea with Adidas, well, there's maybe a lot of similarities in the strip. At least when you go with something like this, and if the money's right for us, you've got a bespoke strip,
Aye, it's unique, mate, innit? It's unique. It's our own. It's a different brand. Nobody's used them, So it's another positive for the club, mate. As I said, there's loads of good stuff coming out today, and with these two young guys, Bygrove and Ross Wilson at the helm, they're doing really well. I even seen Ross Wilson's even talk about employing more scouts and stuff to unearth more gems, and he used Alfredo Morelos as the bar. He said that's the sort of hidden gems we want to get. Johansson, was a guy that sort of found Morelos and mentioned him. We went and got him for £1 million, and what's the guy worth now? And Ross Wilson was more or less saying that that's what Rangers need today. And I agree with him. I think every signing new Rangers make next year has to make, hit the ground running. Every signing has to count.
I was sent a video of a young lad today, and his skills were there, to say the least, And it just shows you never stop scouting, looking for players. But unfortunately, this guy never made the grade. But you've got to have a look when people send you them.
You talking about the Ayrshire Neymar? Is that the Ayrshire Neymar you're talking about?
I would put him there as the Ayrshire Jim Denny, mate.
Jim Denny. There's your name here.
If he didn't, he'd have been better using a balloon. He'd have found it easier.
Superb, just superb. I have to say, he's a very cruel pair of you. I must say that. Very cruel. Particularly at Port Bear. That's shocking, by the way.
Send on to Ross Wilson next year and we'll see what he thinks. I think it's only fair, to send on to Mr.
I
Wilson.
said to only Max Wall.
Max Wall. That's brilliant, man.
He's not laughed at you for years.
Brilliant. Foxy. Good old Foxy. Well said, pal.
Yeah, there's Fox come in. Evening, Fox. How we doing, mate?
Evening, lads.
Hi, Foxy.
Hi, Mark.
Good day for the club, Fox.
I also like young Port there. I watched the James Bygrove and Ross Wilson interview, 45 minutes of which gave me a wee glow in my heart, mate. Two young, vibrant, go-ahead, young sort of businessmen in their own rights, planning for the future of our club, and the signs look good. They spoke about everything for scouts and extra staff for the playing side, to new websites, what's happening with Edmondson House, and looking forward to our centenary next year, and it all looks good, mate. And I think as a support, we do know that we're going to be asked to pay for a lot of it, but it's down to every individual, and if you can afford it, help get this club back to where it belongs.
Well said. Port Bell?
Aye, 100%. Yorkshire, I class Rangers as an elite club, mate. And I think if you look through Europe right now, it's not cheap to follow your club. It's not. And I think Rangers just need to strike with irons hot. We're one of the elite clubs. They've went and get this new strip deal. They're looking at new sponsorship deals. The 32 Reds went, they're part of with Unibet. Actually, if you look at the French league, you've got about 10 sponsors on their strip because they're maximising their space. They'll take money for anybody and put their name on the strip. I agree with it. I totally agree with it. I just think Rangers are just, as I said, an elite level club, and they're striking with iron hot. They know we've got loyal fans. I heard you mention it on the show the other night. Our fans are absolutely fantastic when it comes to supporting their club financially, and they know that. Rangers know that. Oxshire.
But there's one big ace in the pack at the moment, mate.
Right, go on.
Steven Gerrard, mate.
Aye. So that's is that what they're doing there? It's exactly what I'm saying to you. They're striking with iron that's hot. We've still got the main man at the club, Steven Gerrard. He'll promote everything that, can put on Rangers, whether it be a hat, a scarf, a strip, pair of shorts, pair of socks. If it's got Gerrard on it, mate, it will sell. That's just the bottom line. So I think Rangers need to maximise the profit, mate, because none of us will complain. None of us will complain when you're seeing better playing staff on the pitch.
There is a line, mate. You just, it depends where you're in life, but people have only got so much spare cash, and support traditionally is the majority support people. So
sorry, this person can't answer at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone. If you'd like to change your message after you've left it, please press hash.
Get this technical department sorted. One job a day and you fail, and you're failing dramatically again. Come on. Or you'll not get your Christmas night out.
That's shocker.
Oh, mate, I'm fed up. They want to come to their night out, and the two of them. I mean, they have their night out in a telephone box. We have a big hall, and it's a great buffet and that. Loads of people there. Maybe this year I'll remember to tell you where it is, Bridge.
Thank you, pal.
But they're too. You know, they're trying to get your night out, Port Bern. It's not happening.
Well, they live far away. Foxy lives over in the Highburn side, and old school lives down south, down in Luton. Is it Luton he lives? Luton?
I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know where he lives.
He's nearer to the bistro than Foxy. Let's put it that way.
He is at the moment. Anyway, so we've great news. It looks as if it's going to be cast over. It wasn't announced by the club. I think one of the big things that James Bygrove says was Bisgrove. How are we pronouncing that? Bygrove?
Bygrove, I say, aye, Bygrove.
It's got an S in it, innit?
Forgive him, he comes for the port, so, you know.
Aye.
Was that you doing the dancing, mate? I seen in the paper.
Did you see
I saw that as well. Well done, Port Bear, well done. The boy's a mover.
Aye. Busting a few moves down here, by the way.
Brilliant, pal. Just brilliant. Hey, you were saying, Oxshire, you were saying?
How we pronouncing it? Bygrove?
Bisgrove. I'll go for Bisgrove.
I would go for Bisgrove as well. But what he said was we'll go to the shop back, and obviously they're looking at other revenue streams. Getting the shop back will be great because it's been very sad when you've been walking by there and they still had all the Puma stuff up when we were with Hummel and etc. And the kids can't get into buy strips. Maybe they've been brought into the match as a treat.
Yeah.
You know, and so let's hope we get let's hope we get the shop sorted and people can use it, buy stuff during the week, go there and get their strips. Great revenue in match day, etc. And everything goes from strength to strength.
Part of experience, Oxshire, I think. You take the reins up. And they want to go to the shop.
Cut across your Port Bear. We've been joined by a caller. How are we doing?
Hi, Oxshire, it's Martin. How are you, buddy?
All right, Martin.
Hi, Martin. How's it going?
You hope you're not driving that bus?
No, I'm driving a motor team.
I like you do an interview with a passenger.
I don't know if you heard any of my interviews. Not the best.
How we doing, mate? What's on your mind?
Well, do you know what? It actually came to me when I was driving back to the depot there, and I was thinking to myself, see with all the great news we've been having, it shows you the position that our club's been in over the last several years, because apart from the day she was born, I can now go and buy my daughter a Rangers top.
That's true, mate. Well, obviously the Hummel thing wasn't too bad, but obviously the deal was still I'm not going to use the word shady, but it wasn't obviously with the Ashley shadow hanging over us. But now it looks as if that's disappeared, and we can move on, and it's all we can go from strength to strength, mate.
Aye, it's fantastic news today, and like I say, I'm looking forward to taking my wee lassie into the mega store when it opens
24,
up.
Is that right?
I wish, I tell you, I wish. But no, I'm looking forward to being able to take her to Ibrox and into the mega store and getting her to have a look about and buying her merchandise. And it's been fantastic news. And finally, we're getting a lot of positivity around about the club.
Aye, it's been a long battle, and I'm going to say something. I've said it before. I'd like to pay tribute to Dave King, mate, who took up the cudgel for us and said that he would get things sorted. And Bridgeman, boy, has he delivered. You can say what you like. You might have faults or criticised him in the past, and I think we all maybe have, but it looks as if he's done everything he said he would do.
Well, he did say he was not going to leave any door shut when he wanted to go back to his work and so on. But he's definitely going to see the Mike Ashley thing through. So he's done that. If that's it done, I'm delighted. And the man's he's a legend now anyway. He'll be an even bigger legend, because getting that out of our club, the last of the cockroaches, in my opinion, get rid of him out of the club, Fabulous job. All you need to do now is turn their mind to the catering, get that sorted, and everything will be okay.
Yes, mate, yes. There's a big improvement to be made there to enjoy the match day experience. When Martin takes his kid along with Port Bear, who takes his tribe along, when you go there and you get the catering, it's all part of the match day experience. All right, you might be fleeced, but it is all part of going to the game, Martin. Eh?
Well, this is it. And I heard the other day people were talking about, we tried to get the fan zone set up, and there's been a lot of talk about Scottish football and stuff. And this is what we need to drive at. We need to make it fun for kids. It's not all about, having a bevy and getting steaming before the game. We need to try and
What are you on about? Thanks for the call. Folks, have a word with him.
No, but we need to make it more fun for kids as well. And
there has to be a balance, mate. And that's your future, mate.
Exactly.
Without the kids in 20 years, all the Union Bears were Wayne's once, and they'll the ones that have been in the Union Bears 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years now, they'll be starting to have families. And it's strange. It comes around quicker than you think. There's Port Bear with his tribe. What is he? What are you, 32?
That's a good question. I think he's older than that,
Oh, I think so, mate.
A lot older than that. Just be a bit.
So go on then. You're a grand, aren't you?
Yes, I certainly am, yes.
Wow. So you're right about the tribe then, Oxy. You're right about the tribe.
I'm right about the tribe, mate.
Only kidding on.
when him and Starcourt meet, they're going to make that Frankie go to Hollywood.
I'll
Two
tell you
tribes go to war.
See, the next time he comes up to that bistro, he better be doing that dance. That was absolutely brilliant, that dance. Absolutely brilliant.
Martin, it's been a great day, and you've always been a boy that's been quite in the politics side of things. It's never been your... you've always been about the football. But this I've called it the pantomime of Scottish football. It just keeps running, doesn't it?
It's actually getting to the point where I wake up in the morning and I go, did I just dream all that? Because it's getting really unbelievable.
If you hang on after the show, mate, I'll let Fox give you some better movies to watch, mate.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, I've got a 5-year-old, so as soon as she's sleeping, I'll be sleeping.
The movies, a lot of them will get similar ends, but I'll change the theme.
But you know, guys,
usually,
guys, it's going to be absolutely brilliant for all the Rangers fans going to Ibrox if that store gets all done up and it's Rangers store. And never, ever, ever again let anybody non-Rangers into your business. Never. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them. Only Rangers people, Rangers minded. Let's do it. Get the business right for ourselves. Sorry, guys.
I think as well, just quickly, sorry, Ox, before I go.
Yeah.
I think what we've also got to look at here is the money that's going to come into the club. If you look along with the MyGear stuff, the season ticket renewals, and now we've got our own merchandise deal, that's a lot more income, especially with this coronavirus and stuff as well. And there's a lot of clubs going to be struggling for funds. It's going to be a lot better for us financially.
I know you've been grafting hard and keeping on the front line, driving your bus and making sure people can get to their work or have to get to their work, mate. And may Dave send out with regards to you and all your colleagues, mate. But what I'll say is, at this time, it was that interview was done yesterday, and there was 2,500 people yesterday had signed up for MyGears, the membership scheme. So that was in one day. So God knows where it is today when things have calmed down. And then the season ticket holder, I'm glad to believe that's into tens of thousands already. So things are moving, and the support's just superb, mate. Superb.
It is, and especially there'll be a lot of fans feeling the pinch as well,
Aye.
And they still put their money into the club. It just shows you what our support's all about.
Yeah. But it's been quite sad, Graham, because if you think about the amount of money the fans have put into the club, and a lot of it is getting sifted away to nefarious schemes by basically unnamed people. We can't cope with that. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Sorry, boys.
Well, I think that it's a yearly thing being a fan, innit? It goes for a year. You have different players. Players come and go. Some of them on big salaries. Some of them are successful. Some of them are unsuccessful. Port Bear. It's just the nature of football, isn't it?
Aye, definitely, mate, 100%. It's like I says, I think now when Rangers are making signings, every one of them's got to count, mate. If we're definitely serious about stopping any runs, and for me, I don't care about. I just want to win a league. If we're serious about winning leagues, we need to make the next, few transfer windows, at least 80% successful, mate. Because if the club's moving forward, the rate it's moving forward, and I think it's moving forward fast. Mate, if you think when King come in, I know King had his doubters. I know he did. I spoke to a lot of them. Dave King surpassed everything I thought he would do next year. I thought, I was happy when he came in. We took a bit of coaxing to come in. So I thought, well, they shouldn't have been coaxed. He was a Rangers man. But I stuck by the guy. And I was on this show saying it. I think the guy deserves a statue, mate, or even a stand named after him, because as far as I'm concerned,
I've got my plan, mate. If you walk up,
that's right. I remember your plan.
Hill Club, and you walk up towards the shop, but that should be called the King's
Way. That's
King's Highway.
But he surpassed everything, mate, that I thought he would do.
Aye. By the way, no alone. Dave King, he would be the first to admit that. I think, Martin. It's been a team effort by a lot of people. A lot of backers, a lot of people we don't really know as such. They're not in the public eye, but he'll go with our blessing and our thanks, mate. And I believe also we'll not have to use up any energy on court cases, etc., and we can move on rapidly, Martin.
Well, and I think the biggest testament that I could pay to Dave King was anybody coming into the club was, excuse me, going to have to really prove themselves to the fans, because we've been burnt since, well, it depends on your opinion of David Murray or whatever, but we've been burnt for years. So it was going to take a lot for us to trust. And I've got to say that I've got nothing but admiration for Dave King. And, your Selhawks, well, how far away were we from not having a club? And now what Dave King's done, and like you say, the guys behind him, who a lot of which we don't know. Douglas Park's a part of that as well, and he'll forever go down as a legend of our clubs, definitely.
Aye, there's a lot of them. Anyway, Martin, I know you home yet?
No, I'm driving through Cleveland, believe it or not.
All right, okay. Anyway, you hang on if you want, but we'll be joined by George. Evening, George.
How's all doing, boys? All right?
All right, George.
Ox, I think, everybody knows my opinion on Mike Ashley. The very first day I heard about it, I thought, wow, guy, 500 million in the bank. What to take over the club. I read it. I looked at Newcastle things and that, and I would say for day 2, day 3, I was completely against it. I thought we were only way out of this was Dave King. I can't know other people were not involved, but I think Dave King had the supporters' mind to think about it and the business mind to think about it. But the last couple of weeks there, I thought to myself, because Dave King has done absolutely fantastic for us and won every case, but I just had a feeling that Mike Ashley wasn't going to gear this one up. I just thought he was going to, out of spite, wasn't going to let Rangers win this. So I think this is a massive result for us, Ox. Cup finals, all for him games and things like that. I think this is a massive one for us today, because the club can now move on. And Dave King has done exactly what he said. I'm not going to go away from the club until we've actually dealt with this guy. So for me, this is a massive deal. Ox, what you're saying about Dave King and things like that, I couldn't disagree with that. I think we should do something like that, because the guys, I think the fans have saved the club, of course they have, but he's come in and been the forefront. And
he's been the rudder for us, George. He's been the rudder, and obviously we're a football team, we're all about scoring goals, but keeping them out at one end and putting them in the other. The game's all about players, but obviously with the politics that's happened to us in the last few years, the after-field stuff we've talked about more than we maybe done in 140 years, roughly, approximately. We've talked about the after stuff more than ever.
Things we should maybe not really talk about, Ox, and really know about, and words we shouldn't really hear. Hedge funds and all that carry on that happened. And eventually when Dave King, I think it was a sigh of relief for everybody, him and Paul Murray and John Gulligan and the Three Bears came in, and I think they saved us, because we were at the last leg, being able to let folks take money out of the club. So I think we can now move on. Good manager, good thing with, and we've got as I'm going to say it, no charlatans in the club anywhere else. We're paying for ourselves now.
Aye, and we're going from strength to strength. Mate, what did you make of the pantomime horse today or last night? It just keeps giving, doesn't it?
It does, Ox. It just keeps giving, Ox. I don't think there's an end to that yet. I think there's a lot more to come for this. Ox, I really do believe that. I just hope it comes out, Ox. I really do think hope it all comes out in the wash the way it's looking now. Because we need answers. I mean, like I keep saying, Ox, we've been a sleeping giant. We're one of the biggest clubs in world football, one of the biggest clubs in British football. We should be running the show up here. When we were running the show, teams were getting to UEFA Cup finals and Europa League Cup finals and things like that. We need to start running the football again and start getting our football notice stops.
Yeah. We've been joined by Andy for Leeds. Evening, Andy.
How you doing, boys? Everybody okay?
All right, mate. Yourself?
Aye, not too bad. Bit of a struggle
your brother keep well as well?
Oh, yeah, he's back. He's back on form now. Aye.
Oh, brilliant! That's great news.
He's been listening to me all week in America about all this. I think your shows have been fantastic all week. There's nothing I could add to it, really. You know, I mean, absolutely brilliant. As for
thanks very much, but this is the first time Port Bear's been on all week, so you see when he's on.
Cheers, Andy boy.
Dear. Aye. Yeah, so like, apart from that, like, just puddling along. I went to get my bloods done there on Friday, and they said to me, anything else you want to ask? I said, I've not seen you before. She said, no, I've had coronavirus. I said, what to say? I said, I couldn't believe it, man. Did you take all my bloods? And they said, I've just had coronavirus. Oh, thank you. There you go. So that made my day yesterday, you know.
All right. Your brother said you were that tight you wouldn't give blood.
Oh, I've got to do that now for these bloody tablets I'm on, but there you go. But yeah, getting on to that, he'll be laughing now. He's back on form now, like, but he's had the earache off for me all week, like, but he's put up with it anyway, you know. So
what do you make of what's happened? The good news today at the club, Andy, and also the pantomime as we're calling it.
Yeah, well, I listened to him today. I thought I don't usually listen to it. Well, I've not listened to them for years. But with what's going on and how they keep... I mean, we've got this meeting on the 12th of May. I don't understand why we're having meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. That pangs the guilt straight away. Now, as says the news today, fantastic. You know, I mean, King says, right, he says, well, I'm stepping down. But I'm not stepping down until I get rid of the fat rat. Well, looks like he's done that. And we've got to pay a wee bit more full of slips and that. Great. We are the quality team. So let's go about in nice quality again. Because all these shirts that we've been wearing, or some of them that we've been wearing, Christ, you put them in the watch, they tend to fall away. So yeah, let's get back to where we belong. You know, I've got no problems with that.
Aye. Well, what did you make of the interview today? I mean, I thought it was a car crash. I listened to it after.
Oh.
The point of listening to it after.
Well, the first thing he says, right, he says, well, I'm only taking questions off of you, him that did the questioning on him. And you could hear him tremor. I mean, he was gone. He's such an arrogant man, him. I mean, I don't know much of him. I don't see much of him, but you could tell there that there was something banging all the way through it. And then when that English said, right, and him, he can't stand with, and that Stuart, he didn't listen to anything that guy said. He just wanted to pump Rangers straight after it. And then he turned and he said, well, I've had a couple of chairmen here that said, no, you're at it. You know, I mean, listen, if they get away with this now, there's something drastically wrong.
Well, we'll see what happens with the rest of the football. And George, what did you make of the strip deal today? Well, it's not been announced, but obviously the shop's back in our hands and we're starting to move forward. And we're going to Ibrox. It'll make the experience better, particularly for the children, yeah?
Aye, that's right, Ox. Ox, didn't get me wrong, I thought, and I was quite happy with the Hummel deal, Ox. I thought that
they were very good with their marketing for us, weren't they?
I thought they're a real bad job for us, Ox, if I'm perfectly honest. But I think this is a good one, Ox. I think this is a good one. I mean, I think somebody said a while ago there, it's no Nike, it's no Adidas, it's no this, it's no that. This company's trying to get involved in football, Ox, and they've picked Rangers, so I'm quite happy with it. Ox. A lot of facts on out about it yet, so we'll wait and see all that. But I hope it's more good news for the club, Ox.
Aye. Bridgeman, you've been very quiet there.
I have indeed. I'm listening intently.
Oh, well done.
Well, not in a tent, but you know what I mean, intently. But all the things you've been saying, it's a very exciting day. I tried to say to you earlier for the Rangers, and it looks as if we've got a rosy future, or a bright rosy future. All we need to do is get past all the crap, go through all the crap, go over it, whatever we need to do, get over this, and let's go on with our life, get everything past us. But I think the stuff about what do you call them? The SPFL, there's something really, really bad, really stinks in that lot. And I'm not a political person by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm not sure of any of the machinations that go with it. But seriously, there's something really no right. It's really no right. And they keep digging. They're digging that huge hole, and somewhere along the line, you always tell people, don't you, after a wee while, stop digging, for God's sake. You're going to get us a lot of trouble. Maybe they're in a lot of trouble. Maybe they are. That's the way I think about it. But absolutely brilliant news for the club. Let's go forward, Rangers. Let all the Rangers fans drive them forward. Get your season tickets. Do the business. Go for the Rangers. Follow the Rangers. Let's keep them going.
Aye. I think the renewals have been okay. It's my understanding, Bridge, which is remarkable, George, at this time of, I'll say crisis, because it is.
Aye, it is a global crisis, Ox. You're right. I never doubted the Rangers fans would back the club again. Ox, again, you've got until there's a date in June. You've got until to actually get your season
ticket. End of
June,
mate.
10th of June, 20th of June, something along the lines like that, which is fine for guys who got some problems, and of course it is. So no, I think the Rangers fans will do exactly what they've always done, Ox, and will back the club to the halt, because we're talking about Dave King and the Parks and all that. Doing a great job and getting us back to where we would be. For all the fans, for 2012 when all this stuff happened right through to now, have been absolutely fantastic, home and away, never missed a game and things like that. So for as good a job that Dave King's done and Paul Murray and all these guys at Parks, there wouldn't have been a club without the fans off. So we're the guys that actually matter the most.
Here, mate, and obviously there's a lot of fans since 2012, etc., are no longer with us, mate, and the Rangers family just keeps growing, and it's been remarkable because we've been starved for success.
We're due, Ox. We're due. I mean, I think we've got a wee glimpse at this year in Europe and a wee run up to Christmas and things like that. But we need to start getting trophies in the cabinet now. Good manager, building a fairly decent enough team, starting to pay a bit of money for players. The fans are there. We're all set up to actually start doing things now and start winning trophies and that all. So I kind of look at people say we need to get a feet under the table. We'll get our feet straight under the table when we start to win things and people start to take notice of it as well. What do you think of the deal of the Ox? What do you make of the strip deal?
Well, the devil's always in the detail, George. I looked at what's pleased me is they're known for making quality gear, which I think is important. I think our most successful time was maybe with strips with a good team to reflect it, but maybe the Adidas night time, Adidas when we went for Adidas to Nike, and the gear was all right. We've had some bad gear as well, so I'm pleased that if it's going to be well made for the people who buy it and for the families that buy it, and that's important for me, you know.
That's amazing.
I think it's really important that you don't have. I think Bridge uses the word tat, you know. I think it's important that if it is going to be quality, I know they'll have their reputation, and if they want to grow their brand, they want to make sure it's right. So maybe we're catching them at the right time, because these sports companies just seem to appear. I mean, geez, Owen, when you were growing up, you never heard of Nike, could you? It was Umbro and Adidas and Admiral and Goa.
Aye, that's right.
George Best. George Best boots.
Aye, but there was never, you know. So if you catch it at the right time and they get the gear right, they get the supplier, the support gear right with the decent T-shirts for people that people want to buy and wear to support the club. Because not everybody will buy a strip. It's not everybody's bag to walk about with a strip. But if the stuff's right, the people will buy certain items. Port Bear.
Definitely, mate. You're talking like polo shirts and all that as well, you know. And like you said earlier on, they're only dipping their toe in the water here. Get this right. And it could be Man United, Arsenal's, you know, Barcelona's. So they're putting themselves in a shot window using their club, mate. You know, I think it can only be good for Rangers. They're not a big multinational company. They're not like your Nike. They're not giants, but they could be, mate. So I think the deal will suit Rangers if it all goes ahead. And through Andy Murray, I've seen his polo shirts that get off the tennis gear, and it looks. I even like the badging on it, mate. Their emblem's nice as well. I like everything about them. So it's only positive for the club, mate. And they will be selling all these shirts, polo shirts, shorts, socks, whatever. And all the money goes straight to our club again, and that's a big thing for me. Because we've been starved of that money for far too long, mate. And Rangers fans, as you said, they always go to the well and they pay well. They buy everything Rangers they can, and that can only help Steven Gerrard in financing, you know, another great squad for next season, mate.
Aye. I think it's not been confirmed yet, but it looks as if it is going to be a Castor. How you be pronouncing that bridge? Is that how we're pronouncing it? How are you?
Castor, yeah. That's for me.
Right.
It's Castor, yeah.
Right. Okay. As long as we get it right. But I was really pleased, George. I was pleased when he's never mentioned Mike Ashley, but when I heard that the shop was back in my hands, that was the news that we were all waiting for since 2000, I would say 13.
Aye, that's right, Ox. I mean, I think that's a massive deal to get short of this guy. We don't know what he's took out of the club and what's he's cost the club over the last few years, but whatever it is, it should be going straight into the Rangers to get us back to where we should be. Ox, and we're talking about the brand we've had in the past, the last couple of things. I mean, that Puma was embarrassing. Strips were terrible quality. Couldn't have washed them. Couldn't have done nothing with them. We had to get a new one. So let's hope this one, because Ox, we are a Premier club. We are one of the biggest clubs in the world. We shouldn't be going about with tat in the back. Yes, we should have the best of gear. We should want to go about with all the best of gear on. And I think if this deal's good for us, we're on to a winner here, Ox.
And if I can just give Mr. Byesgrove a tip, when we do the tours, finish the tour in the shop.
Yeah.
Yes, I think everybody would agree with there, Ox. That's it. You go. I mean, I can speak about the Barcelona place and the Real Madrid place. They always come out at the shop, and you come out at the tab of the shop, and you got to walk down all the. You got to walk through the shop.
Yep. Finish the
embarrassing
tour.
to buy them.
No, well, you know, I wouldn't buy them anyway. But they're marvellous shops, busy places, and Rangers could be the same.
That's where you should finish the tour in the shop, and then you've got the emotional purchase, as they call it, Fox. Are you still with us?
I am indeed. I agree with your sentiments there about finishing the tour in the shop. I think that's what most progressive clubs would do, and it's time we done it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just go back to the Neil Doncaster thing, mate?
Yes, of course you can, brother.
I've got a funny feeling if Rangers have got damning evidence, mate, we'll just see the removal of the three that's been highlighted, and then it'll be shut up again, just like the five-way agreement, mate. Because the last thing Scottish football needs is a scandal. I don't think the clubs will agree to it putting the facts out there. I don't think that'll happen. I think it'll be covered up. The only reason that the evidence will come out is if it's no strong enough. That's only my feeling, mate.
Listen, mate, I've got a slightly different point of view. I think as soon as the Rangers give that to the 42 clubs, the pantomime at Scottish football within 2 minutes, that'll be on social media, mate.
Maybe you're right, mate, but I've just got a feeling that they'll try and cover up a scandal because they'll state it as for the good of Scottish football. But if the evidence is weak, mate, it'll certainly come out.
Well, if they want to know how to cover up a scandal, they've got some experts in the Scottish football they could speak to.
Aye, well, we're not going to that,
I think.
Yes, Matt.
I'm saying he's probably spoke to him, mate. That's probably, that conversation's happened.
All right, okay. And you come, Bridge?
I was going to say that who knows what's going to happen. It may be the biggest thing that's ever hit Scottish football, the biggest scandal that's ever been in Scottish football, and it may be that some clubs just can't cope and can't believe it's under their noses it's all happened.
No, but the second biggest scandal ever in Scottish.
Well, you know what I mean. That one's not opened yet. It's only started officially. I mean, we know what's happened unofficially, but you know what I mean. From an administrative perspective, there's been some absolute stoters through the years, but this one and the way they're parading about here, running the roost, and you know, doing things that, you know, I can't believe it that they've called called for an internal investigation from an external company. And apparently, some people on the board never even knew about it. Just unbelievable stuff, you know. Just unbelievable. And the chief executive officer couldn't tell you how much it cost. But he could tell you how much it would cost for the Rangers investigation. Aye, right.
In the famous words of Karen Dunbar, I can definitely smell.
Aye. I thought you were going to say that there, Port, but I was just about ready to shout and ball again.
I know.
So, what was the biggest story of the day for you, George? Was it the strips, or was it the story that keeps running about the loans, the getting the money earlier, the hypocrisy of this mob we've got to deal with?
Ox. I think that's going to get bigger and bigger. For me, it's all about Rangers, so it's the story about the strips and things like that, Ox. And you're bang on what you're saying. I mean, we're praising everybody, the manager and the chairman and the board and that, but we need to be a wee bit more clever. But that's what you're saying there, is you do the tour and you end up in the thing. If you get 50,000 folk buying a certain amount of things per a year, it's just got to put the value of everything up at the club. So that's a great idea. Like, I mean, you go down to Stamford Bridge, absolutely massive big shop there, 2 stories and things like that. Absolutely a cracking place. We've got that as well, Ox. We need to promote that. The restaurant up the stair, promote that. We need to promote what we've actually got. What a club and what a stadium we've got, Ox. So for me, the day, that was a big, massive result in-house, and I think the other one has got to keep growing and growing.
Here, mate. But you have to market it right. When people are phoning up for tours, and it's simple. Will you require a lunch? Will you want food? And you might have to have 2 different levels of catering. That you've got the Argyle House, it's open. The people want a table and all that, and the people want, if they're taking the time to go, you need to market it properly. Obviously, no, everybody's going to do that, but when they've been on the tour, they put you at the side door next to the John Gregg statue, mate, which was totally unprofessional.
Did I not hear them saying where the restaurant is, mate, that they were going to turn into a panoramic view of watching the games at Ibrox, mate? I had a feeling that when James Bygrove said that where the restaurant is, they were going to turn into a big luxury place for, you know what I mean, for viewing the game, where people will probably pay a fortune. You know, did you not hear him saying that?
Aye, I did, mate. I did. Obviously, they're looking to improve what they've got, mate. Argyle House has always been all right, yeah. The times I've been, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But hopefully we can improve on whatever, because it's revenue streams. But what I'm saying is, the tour, people want to come for lunch. Do they want lunch, end up in the shop, and then you just, small things improve your revenue. No, everybody's going to spend £200 in the shop. But, you know, somebody might just spend a £5, some people might not spend in. That's not the point. It's about doing things properly. Andy?
You hear on that?
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. I mean, given the time with these guys that we've got under now, the deal that it looks like we've got, maybe it's our time to strike here, and these guys are going to take us to the place that we want to be. I genuinely believe that it's the way forward, you know, with the celebrations that's coming up shortly. You know, I think it's a great time to strike, isn't it? You know, it really is. While all them are scurrying around trying to cover up this, that and the other, and the other thing that looks like it's going to fall on the great unwashed, you know, and maybe it's our time to bite here and let's go. I can see good things coming for Rangers. We've suffered a lot now. Like you say, we've lost a lot of people along the way. A lot of upset. great attic to a lot of people. I know they say it's only football, but when you're born a Blue Nose, and it means after your family, it's everything. So let's hope we're going to see some sunshine at the end of it, and we're going to go forward. Right? That's the way I'd like to see it.
Well, Bridgeman, we've reached that time of the evening.
Oh, no. And by the way, can I just say, Oxy, it's absolutely brilliant. These evenings are just wonderful. The discussion, the topics are just top class. Tonight, all full of glee for me anyway, what's happening with the Rangers. Really, really pleased. And I hope everything keeps going the way we're going. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly the Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, look at the news today, look what's happening, and compare that to the pantomime that's going on at Hampden. Please, keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really, really need us. They need us all the time. Keep it going.
Can I thank Andy for joining us, of course, Martin, George, Bridgeman, Fox, Port Bear, of course, Old School Blue doing the technicals in the background. Always a pleasure. Everybody in the lobby for taking part, everybody for listening. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow between 9 and 10. And I wonder what tomorrow will bring us. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Oh, every other Saturday, my half day off, and it's up to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland Road, me and my wee pal Joe. Oh, we love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Oh, we won the Scottish League about 1,000 times. The League Cup is simple too. We gave some exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We gave a Wembley Wizard too. And when the Glasgow Rangers win the European Cup, like the one they had before, we'll rally round an Ibrox 100,000 strong. We'll give the boys an Ibrox roar. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score.